Welcome to Music with Purpose. I'm Lisa Catherine, your host. With me tonight is the beautiful, very talented, and magical Ashley Hamel. Enjoy.
Thanks. This song is off my new record, which is called WZRD. It's set in a wizarding radio station. This song is from Ron Weasley to his BFF Harry. It's called Hey Dude. Hey dude, I thought we were cool. That was gonna be me and you. Oh yeah, and Hermione too. I tried for many years to ignore what was happening. As soon as you walked through that door, she was fumbling, my sister. I see how it's gonna be. I hope this won't be a mess. I'm playing for the wheel again. She got her sights on you. She gonna make a move. She thinks that you were meant to be. Why did you have to choose a girl who's related to me? Hey dude, well, my sister done been through some things. She been abused, and ever since she wants to get over that thing that was done to her. Every now and again she needs a shoulder, my sister. So basically this means you better be around or else I swear to I hope this won't be a mess. I'm playing for the wheel again. You got your sights on her. You better be sure you really wanna be a Weasley. If not, well, things are gonna get weird, like really, really quickly. 1, 2, hey! How are we doing, Wallingford? Polite clapping. I appreciate that. It's now because we're apparently in a golf tournament, not necessarily in a rock show, and definitely not me in a wizard rock show, but we're still gonna go. I hope this won't be a mess. I'm playing through the wheel again. You got your sights on her, and now it's gonna show you really gonna get married. Oh well, I guess it's only one more. One more in your big Weasley family. Thanks.
Hi, you've tuned into Music with Purpose, and I am with Ashley Hamel. We just got to hear one of your songs, and I'm thrilled that you're here because you are so talented, so fun, so much to talk about.
Thank you, Lisa. Thanks for having me.
You just had your first CD in January. It was The
Yeah.
Wizard.
WZRD.
Thank you.
93.4 WZRD Wizard Pop Radio.
Wizard rock
That's the
concept.
jingle.
I love listening to it. I think I told you already. I have it in my car, and
Cool.
the little radio concept in there. It's Harry Potter.
Yeah, it was really fun. We tried to mix it up with some music and some comedy skits, and it was a really good way to kind of incorporate all the things that I do. I do music, and I also do improv, and when I get a chance, I do like regular theater. Being in front of different kinds of audiences like that, working up different muscles, and I was able to put it all in the record.
Like you said, you have the improv. You have a band, a cover band.
Yeah, I do sing with a band. They're called Heat, and we do weddings, we do clubs, we do private gigs, we do a lot of stuff with universities. They're all like Berkeley graduated, music school graduated. It's really a pleasure to play with those guys. They're really, really good.
You're really busy.
I try to.
Is it full time? Are you doing music full time?
No, I also work in a public library.
How old were you when you started music?
Well, I started to learn guitar as a way to kind of accompany myself singing. I think I started to learn guitar so that I could sing. And that was when I was 15. And at that point, I really loved this band Lifehouse. That was like my band after the boy band phase. And I got the songbook, and in the first part, in the intro, the songwriter Jason Wade, he started when he was 14. So when I was 15, I was like, I'm late. I gotta get going. Like, time's wasting. So so I learned guitar when I was 15, and I'd been writing music throughout high school and college, kind of as a hobby. I went to UConn and I studied anthropology. I didn't know what I was going to do for a career, right? And then all of a sudden when I was 25, I thought about my whole life. I had my quarter life crisis. Honestly, the question that I asked myself was, what is the thing that you're most willing to suffer for?
Good question.
It was music. It was performing. There's no way that I thought maybe I could do that on the side, but there was nothing else I wanted to do, and it had always been that way, and I never allowed myself to think of it until I was 25 and had a little bit of financial stability. But I'm happy it happened.
Me too.
Yeah. And now I'm 30, and we're here.
I'm going to rewind a little bit, because I heard when you were about 21, 22, you competed for Miss Connecticut.
Oh, yes.
And it seems like that maybe a step towards you wanting to perform. I don't know, but tell me a little bit about that.
Actually, yeah, it was. I fell into it accidentally. I was just playing my ukulele in the office that I was working at. And this woman came out of her office, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so amazing. How old are you? Would you like to be in Miss Connecticut?" And I was like, thanks. What? And I said, "I'm no beauty queen." And she literally said, "It's not a beauty pageant. It's a scholarship organization." And I was like, okay, I never heard that before, right?
Yeah.
Miss Congeniality. But I had all these preconceptions, and it turned out to be something I never would have imagined myself doing, but it definitely helped me to take seriously when you're a woman and you're in front of people, and for me to know how to hold myself, how to take care of myself, right, in order to be like a public-facing person. And if I hadn't had that experience, I don't know if I would have taken my music in this direction, knowing that when I'm playing, when I'm performing, whatever, I'm in front of people, and that physical presentation at the very least means a lot, and can open up doors for you, in addition to just let people open their hearts to you if you come at them in a certain way. And that's my aim.
What a great experience, and the evolution already. And you're 30 now.
Yes.
Still young. Still got a lot of time to do a lot of stuff.
I hope so. Especially when you start at 25, you recognize I'm not in it for this quick cash grab, right? That doesn't exist. People think, oh, I'm 25. If I didn't make it as an 18-year-old pop star, then I haven't made it. I shouldn't even try. But I kind of took a look at, what is the thing I want to do throughout my life, whether it's playing my own music, whether it's singing for people's weddings, whether it's hosting and organizing events for other people and for the community. All of that aspect is involved in my work, that I can still continue to do when I'm 40, 50, 60, right? Maybe I'll own my own nonprofit at that point, or maybe I'll be touring all the time. Maybe I'll be an international pop star.
Fun to just put it all out to the universe, and it's all coming. Probably all of the above for you. The wizard rocker concept, that's fun with Harry Potter. You're obviously a fan.
Yes. That's a fun story, because when I was writing music and playing throughout high school and everything, a lot of the Connecticut scene is DIY bands or whatever. I was going to a lot of shows like that where it's all dudes at the time. Nowadays, it's a lot more integrated. Got people of color, I've got women, but it's still pretty, for the most part, white dudes. I never really felt like that was a place where people would appreciate my music. They never even asked me to play my music, But when I was in high school, I met my friend Emma through the student drama club, and we started going to Wizard Rock Harry Potter shows. The music, the Wizard Rock scene was a place for Harry Potter fans to gather, which I love that aspect of music, especially live music, where you have to show up in order to see it. And so in that way, it was a placeholder for the community to gather. So we started writing songs. We had a band called Bella and Lestrangers. We played like evil wizard rock tunes from Bellatrix Lestrange's point of view. And ever since then, yeah, I've just been following through with that community and with the fandom. I've been traveling around the country playing Harry Potter conferences and festivals, set up my own events as well in Connecticut. It's been a lot of fun, and yeah, it's just all a bunch of nerds.
I can see you put it all together in this musical package. That's
Yeah. And like, my next record might not be a wizard rock one. It might be more like of my tunes from my diary sort of a thing. I don't know. And then maybe along the line I'll do another wizard rock album. But it's nice to kind of have the flexibility and have my feet in a few different places with a few different communities.
Sure, you don't get bored of any one thing. You have.
And so they don't get bored of me.
Well, certainly I can't say enough about how fun you are to listen to and watch perform.
Yeah.
You performed in Asia too. Is it the wizard concept, or just what kind of music do you play over there?
So my family is from Indonesia, which is in Southeast Asia. And I really didn't grow up knowing too much about our Indonesian side. My mother was very much assimilate. We also have our white French Canadian side, so my sister and I are mixed. And so I've had the fortune in the past few years to be able to go back and forth to Indonesia, not just to visit my family and kind of get to know that side of me and in our culture, to also bring my music there and kind of make friends and meet people and play music for people. It's just been such a revolution in my heart. The Indonesian people are so friendly, so welcoming. They see me for myself, even though they probably don't understand really some of the Americanness of me. It's just been really nice to be surrounded by other Asian people. I've never experienced that before. I was like, oh, this is how white people feel all the time. I was like, wow. It's just really humbling to be there and to have these people who don't even know me just excited about music in general. DIY, the independent scene out there is really strong. So I've been meeting musicians and yeah, it's amazing. I want to go back.
Do you have a trip planned?
Not right now. So I'm going to hold off until I can go there for 5 years.
Nice.
We'll see.
Nice.
Yes,
Well,
inshallah.
stay in touch,
We
that's for
make
sure.
it.
Because I got to meet you in person when you came to an open mic that I work at. And you came down basically to practice for a national anthem.
It was so important that I went down there to practice because it got out some of the nerves, and especially singing it full out, not just in your room, but in front of people. It's such an iconic song. I did it super dramatically. I was like, oh my God, it's the national anthem. My parents came. They never come to stuff, but they were like, oh, the national anthem, let's go. I was like, oh, say, can you see? It was so dramatic.
That's the performer in you.
Yes.
It was
I just wanted to give reverence to this country, this land.
You did a really wonderful job. I was so glad I got to see the video. It was sideways at first, then then
Asian
it went through.
mom.
That's okay. I do that too, but it was really a joy to see it. And then it was I got to see her practice. It was fun.
Yeah.
You did a really nice job.
Absolutely.
Your goals. You talked a little bit about blending all these things.
I do hope to go back to Southeast Asia to live for a few years. That's my goal. And so kind of whatever I do in the meantime, I really don't know. We'll figure it out as we go.
Well, I can tell you that your music makes me smile. It makes you want to keep watching you and listening because you just have a way of drawing people in or drawing me in, and you touched my heart. You made me smile. I wish you all the best of luck with whatever you're definitely following you. You got a fan forever for sure.
Thank
you so much for
Lisa.
getting a chance to chat with us. That's important because I like to get a chance for everybody else to know a little bit more about the artist and get to listen to more music now, though.
Yes.
That's the best part, the very best part. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate it.
It's great.
So how many of you are familiar with the Harry Potter movies and or books? Oh my God, it's half of us. So I apologize for the ones who aren't familiar, and that's okay. You can just appreciate the songwriting, right? And my voice, and not necessarily why it would be funny. This one is called Waiting.
most wanted. I hoped that you would look me in the eye, that you would recognize me where it counted. So I tried my best to be patient. I know that someday soon it's gonna come. In the meantime, I am aging, and I'm Asian. Thought that you should know. I keep waiting and waiting and waiting for an answer. I keep waiting and waiting and waiting for an answer. I've learned that sometimes people say things that are partly pushed to feel inspired. I've spent a whole damn lifetime trying to fit in, wishing you would put your money where your mouth is. Now I'm tired. I don't wanna win by complaining. I shouldn't have to. I thought I'd done enough. But all that I am saying is I'm still Asian. Yeah, that's still going on. I keep waiting and waiting and waiting for an answer. I keep waiting and waiting. I'm still waiting for an answer. I've gone from angry to broken hearted. I wanna stop, just like it is with my mother. I'll never be enough. Would ever be enough. In the midst of all this waiting, I'm out pacing. I leave you in the dust. So I look you in the face and say I'm wasted, waiting on your love. I'm through with waiting and waiting. I'm not waiting, I'm moving on. I'll find my place in the distance. I'm not holding my breath for anyone. Oh, no, no, no. I'm moving on. Oh, la, la, la. Oh, la, la. Oh, I'm moving on.
This song is called Bring Them Home. Well, the clock strikes 12 and 1 and 5. Looks like it's getting time for you to come running home to me. I've
cooked, I've cleaned, I've swept the floor. Done this many times before. I know you'll be the next thing that I see. Oh, bring him home, bring him home. Oh, bring him home. I awake from fearful dreams, dark marks and children's screams. I had to check their beds to be sure. Pillows with no indents, echoes of the years they'd spent before we ever heard the word war. Oh, bring them home, bring them home. Oh, bring them home, bring them home. Oh, it's impossible to know if they're safe tonight. But oh, this clock's able to hold the 9 hands of my life. Soon I'll hold you tight. Oh, bring them home, bring them bring them home, bring them
So this is another song from the Wizard Rock album. It's for all of the Hufflepuffs. Basically, they're like, when you're 11, you get put into a house where you like study with those kids. The kids in the Hufflepuff house were the mad chill ones, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. They were the ones who were like, anybody want cupcakes? I just brought some cupcakes, you know? Yes, Nancy's a Hufflepuff. She's like, what do you need? Are you okay? They're just there to provide. They're also the stoners of the group.
made me feel like nothing. I've got this friend. No, he ain't no Slytherin. Sure is nice. And he can help us unify body, spirit, and mind, but for a price. Hufflepuff, puff, pass it to the right. We're all hanging out on Friday night. We don't care, there ain't no muggles in sight. We're all here getting high. Hufflepuff, puff, pass it to the left. Serpent, lion, raven. We all know there's no contest. Hufflepuff's the best. Oh, yes. Oh, hey, how's it going, guys? Yeah. Anybody bring like Doritos? Shit. Ooh, I'm digging on this beanbag. It feels like I'm sinking in sand. It's really itching. But I could use a little sustenance. Now it all makes sense why those puffs live next to the kitchens. Hey! Hufflepuff, puff, pass it to the right. We're all hanging out on Friday night. We don't care, ain't no muggles in sight. We're all here getting high. Hufflepuff, puff, pass it to the left. Serpent, lion, raven. We all know there's no contest. Hufflepuff's the best, oh yeah. Hey, Hufflepuff seem shy, but they've got business strategy, and nobody asks why. They're so good at herbology. Oh, Hufflepuff's our guy. They're always chill, they're always mellow. Let's give them all high fives. Give it up now for that black and yellow. I needed you to do me a favor. Can you just give a high five to the person next to you? If you don't know them, meet them. Give them some love. Give me some love here. Whoopsh, whoopsh, whoopsh. Complete with sound effect. Ooh, they're giving themselves high fives. Ooh, yes, give it up, give it up, give it up. Thank you. Puff, 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 pass it to the right. We're all hanging out in Wallingford tonight. We don't care. I see no muggles in sight. We're all here getting high off a puff, puff, pass it to the left. Serpent, lion, raven. We all know there's no contest. Hufflepuff's the best, oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Thank you so much, honey. Ashley Hamel, everyone. Another round of applause. Very talented, very magical. We hope you enjoyed the show. Until next time, we hope you have a life full of love, music, and peace.
I do have that album out.